Hello there, guys. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on. We're going to start a series of Laravel 10. So Laravel 10 was released sometimes back and just some few days ago, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. And today we are going to begin with Laravel Pennant. So what is Laravel Pennant? So let's get started from there. So Laravel Pennant is a package for Laravel application that provides a simple and elegant solution for managing feature flags. So what are the feature flags? So the feature flags allow you to control the availability of features in your application, allowing you to selectively release new features to subsets of users, or to test new features with a small group of users before releasing it to everyone. So with Laravel Pennant, you can define feature flags in your code and then use the provided API to manage the state of those flags. So the package includes a database driver for storing feature flag state. So this can be, for example, true or false, depending on the kind of conditions that you have placed on the feature flag. But you can also implement your own custom drivers if needed. So Laravel comes with a database for you, especially when you migrate once you install the package and all that. So in addition to managing feature flags, so Laravel Pennant also includes support for A/B testing. I believe you know that what it is, allowing you to test different variations of a feature with different groups of users. Of course, with Laravel Pennant, you want to test this package with different subsets of users before you release it fully to other people. So let's demonstrate how to use it in Laravel 10 application. So let's begin by installing it. Now you can see I'm on my Laravel 10 documentation. So let's first install the Laravel 10 the normal way. I think this has not changed. So I'm on my VS Code is the one I'm using, and I'm using as well XAMPP. So now with Laravel 10, you need to have a minimum of PHP 8.2. So PHP 8.2 and as well as Composer above 2.2, I believe you should be having that. So for Laravel to be installed in your machine. So I've copied that. So I'm going to change this to something like Laravel 10, Laravel 10 app, something like that. Let's hit enter and install that application. So this one will just take some few seconds and then let it install. All right. So now the Laravel has been installed. Now let me open it where it is. So I should find it within my folder. Let me check on the recent. Let me see. Let me see. So let me just locate it from where it is. All right, now this is the application. So it has now been installed. So now the next thing we need to do here is okay. So let me get the terminal running. So you can see this is just the Laravel 10. There's nothing much that has changed, just some few things we are going to be looking at. But for example, let me get to my Git bash here. Let me get to my Git bash and then this PowerShell, then the Git bash. So I'm going to use the PHP artisan command to run this application like this. Let's see how control click. Let's see what we have here. So Laravel 10 is this way. So that's how it comes. That's how it is. So in comparison with Laravel 9, you can see there's a changes within these cards here. You can see they are looking elegant and they're good. They are looking good. So let's just continue. So in this tutorial, we're only looking at the Laravel Pennant. So here I'm going to look for Laravel Pennant, which is a package which can only be installed in Laravel 10. So what is Laravel Pennant? I've already described. So what you're going to do here quickly, we're going to install it. So, so that's the first command we're going to use to install it. So let me just kill this terminal here and here. So I'm going to run that one, install, like that. So let it install. So now it has been installed. The next item we need is to publish the dependent configuration and migration file. So copy also that command and as well run that command and it will do what it's supposed to do. The next thing is to go for the migration. Of course, this one now will create a features table that Pennant uses to power its database driver. So far, I'm going to show you what that means. So let's you can see there's something here. The database Laravel does not exist in on the MySQL connection. So would you like to create it? Now this means with Laravel 10, you can just you don't actually I don't even need to go here to create that database like the old way we have been doing with the other with the other Laravel Laravel framework. So what you can do here is that you can either hit yes or no. So let's see, for example, when we hit yes. Now, before I do that, let me change the name. So I don't want it with that name. So let's see here what is going to happen. Then, so that's what I have there. Now let me hit yes. So you can see it has just created the table without me having to go here. Let's check. Let's check. Let's see. Let's um, let's reload this and see. So what we have here is I can't see the Laravel 10 app as I said it, but I'm seeing Laravel. Okay, so what it has done, it has just created the Laravel. So let's just remove this. But what you need to know here is that I should have changed it already before I even ran the migration command. So what you need to do before you run that migration command, you need to have come here, change to the name that you want, and then you can see now it has already created already this one here. But so let's work with it. Let's not change anything. Now what you get here is just the normal things that you have been seeing with the other Laravel applications, the users or whatever. But the feature that is unique here is the features table. So this features table is the one that is going to record the true or false conditions that you're going to set your within your Laravel app service provider. So here it's going to update whatever value. For example, here, if you put false true, that application can be released to different users depending on the conditions that you have given. So let's go back again. Now we are here, we have ran the migration. So the next item, define a feature in a service provider. For example, let's create a feature called new design, and then we'll randomly assign the new design to 1% of the users. Now, let me show you what I mean here. Let's go back to the documentation. You can see there's some examples here. You can see, for example, this one here is consisting of internal team members and customers with high traffic. The internal team members. So this example, as I read it, is all about an API. So here you are launching a new API. So this API is going to be released to the internal team members, all of them. They are going to get the new API that has been released. But customers with high traffic within the same business environment are not going to receive the new API. So what is happening here? This lottery here is calculating 1 in a chance of 100. So it means that just as you know what lottery mean, if you have done lottery before, you know any person can win. So it's not guaranteed that somebody specific person will win this particular um, lottery. So that's what will happen here. So in my application, I'm going to have an application which has a new design. Then this application is going to check if the new design is released. Then within this condition here, it's going to release to a particular number of users, and then others are not going to get the feature, are not going to get the that is they're not going to get that update. So let's just do it and then you'll see what I mean here. So here I'll need to locate the app um, providers, and then I need to go to app service provider here. Now here I'm going to the boot method, and then within the boot method here, let me create that condition here. So I'm going to have a feature. So I'm going to have that feature. So that feature I'm going to define something like this. So I'm going to have a new design. So new design and then function. So the function is going to take in user. So we have a user like this in that way. I don't know why we are having two. We have one. How many brackets? We only need to have. Okay, so that is, and then here we are going to do this. So here, come here. So you're going to return the lottery. So lottery is already supported within Laravel. So what you're going to do in Laravel, I think it should be Laravel 9. So the odds of this you're going to put is 1 a chance of 100. And then of course we close this, and then of course you're going to have this like that. So this is what is happening here. Um, so we are going to have this new design released if um, if it meets the particular just to a subset of users, and that's all. So that's what we are doing here. So we're having the feature new design on the function boot, and then we're going to have it released to a number of users. So let me see, this error here is of okay. So I need to close that one, and then here we need to import this. So this one needs to be imported because it should exist within Laravel here as well. I also need to have this imported. So this needs to be imported. So the app model service provider, we need to import that one as well. Now, so this is what we have. So you need to have it that way. So what you are doing here, the new design is going to be released within, as I've just said. So here now, let's write a code that is going to check if a feature is active in a blade template. So let's go to resources, views. So resources, the routes, but there's resources. Now this welcome blade, let me not change it. So let me just create so within here, let me just create a new file. Then I'm going to call it maybe Pennant, something like that. .blade.php. Now here I'm going to define the logic for this. So I'm going to use the extents. I'm going to use the extents within Laravel, which is going to have the layouts.app. So that tells you I'm going to create this particular file. So here I will have the section. So the section is, of course, is going to take in the content. And then once we do that, now let's define something here. So I'm going to define some few classes here. For example, I'm going to define the div class, which is going to take going to have a card body like this. And then of course here I'm going to have an if statement which is going to check in. So the if statement is going to check in if the new design is if the new design is released, then it's going to alert the particular users that we want them to be able to see. So here is going to check if the feature is of the is that is the new design is on, then it's going to check and then assign, and then to update the particular user. So here we're going to have welcome to our new design like that. So that's what we have. And then here I'm going to have the else statement here, which is going to say, so the news. So this one is going to say if it is not there, then you're going to give them a generic welcome message. So something like welcome back like that. So that's what we're going to have. And then here I'm going to end this one with the end if like that. And then of course we end. Okay, so that's the part of the card body. Now above here, of course, I'm going to have some other divs, which I'm just going to copy them and paste them. So let me just do that quick. So this is what I have here. So this is just some bootstrap classes, for example. So how many divs do we have here? So we have this one, and then we have so here we have the card header. So this one is closed. So what we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I need around 4. Okay, there should be 5. Should add 1 like that. So that's what we have there. And because I've created this layouts app, so what this means is that here I'm going to create a folder. Then I'm going to call it layouts, and then of course within the layouts you're going to have the app blade.php like that. Then this file I'm going to define it with this code. So this is the code that you're going to have. So far it's just Laravel 10, and then here what I have is just a Bootstrap 5, and then here I just have the main content, and then at yield content. Just I believe you're familiar with this because this one is common to every Laravel project. So what is happening is just this section content here uh, is the one that we are using the yield so that we can yield that particular section there. So that's what is happening. Then so the rest is just that way. So what is happening here? We are using the feature helper function to check if the new design feature is active. If it is, we display a message welcoming the user to the new design, or otherwise we display a generic welcome message. So note that the feature helper function is provided by Laravel Pennant, and it takes the feature name as its argument. That's it. Now let's run this and let's check. So I just need to go to the web route, and then I'm going to change this to, so this one I have to change to Pennant. The spelling is correct. Okay. So I'm going to return that blade. Let's come back here and then run that. Okay, so let me reload this. So remember, we are doing this based on this example here. So I got this idea from this example here. So that's what is happening. So you may want to check and run. You may want to come and read this and understand more. So let's just see what is happening here. Okay, so don't know why. Do I have internet? Yes. Okay, so this is what we have. I don't know about it is a div which is not working. Okay, so basically we are just having this. So this is what we have so far. And then, so there's one div which was missing. Now I want you to observe this. You can see when I come here, let's reload this again. So let's hit the browse here. You can see now within the Laravel, There's a new design that has been created. The scope, the value is false. So false means that now here the feature has not been released yet. But now watch this. If I come here and update this to true by changing it directly from the database, what will happen here is that, of course, this is going to update this to no. Welcome to our new design. So what is happening with the features table here is that this feature here is going to you can come and update it here, and then the feature will now be released to the particular users that are 1 in a chance of 100. Remember, this is what we did here. So you need to take note of that. So you can use an API, of course. You may not want to come and change it through like this. So you may use an API. That's why this example here uses an API to explain what happens here. So we may do that in the other upcoming tutorials and so forth. But now this is it. So this is just the first starting of the Laravel Pennant. So subscribe to this video, hit the subscribe button and comment below. Let's meet in the next video.